What up, Leaders? Welcome back to my channel. We are at Red Road. This is Red Road in Providence. That's looking at the Massey store here at the Amazonia Mall. That's looking south into Providence. There's a new building being constructed there in the distance. Still don't know what that is, but I'm going to get close to it eventually and find out. And of course, east of this location, that is the New Hyatt Hotel. New Hyatt Hotel under construction here at Providence. But what I wanted to show you is what is happening here with the bridge. Now, this is a part of the ramp, the bridge ramp. It's at least a half a mile long between where the bridge ramp leaves the ground and where it reaches the high span, that is the overpass section. Just ahead of us, that is the abandoned hotel, I think Cacique Hotel here at Providence, and behind that hotel you can see the bridge span, that is the ramp continues behind the hotel. But what you can see is that they've completed laying the platform on which the road will be built. That is the road that will be built onto the ramp. And we will eventually be able to see that entire access road and the ramp, because that road goes all the way, the ramp and the access road goes all the way out to Heroes Highway, which is 2 miles away at this point. So if we keep going in the same direction we're walking right now, in 2 miles we'll get to the intersection of this road, which we're calling Red Road, and the Heroes Highway. Now that over there, that is the New Hyatt Hotel. Last time we were here was about a month ago to see how far it had gone, and it seems as if it's about the same. This is Call Phone, one of the local tele performance companies. Well, they handle the calls, customer service calls for some of the major stores in the US and around the world. But right next door is this Hyatt Hotel. It seems as if it's still at the same point, at least on the outside, that it was a month ago when we looked at it. Alright, they have installed all the windows. But they still have that blue tarp, the blue fabric on the front of it, and I guess on the back. So my guess is that the work that is being done now might be on the inside of the building. Here is the poster that represents what the building will look like once it's completed. I'm guessing that's what it will look like on the east side. Next door, of course, is Texila American University. That is the Texila American University on the east side of this building. Hyatt Hotel. Hyatt Hotel is one of 7 hotels under construction. I think the Hilton, which was supposed to be built on Carifesta Avenue, that is the 8th, number 8 new major hotel being constructed in Guyana, and I understand there are many more to come. but this is what it looks like now. That's the Hyatt Hotel on the 1st of April 2025. As you can see, the windows have been installed, floor to ceiling windows have all been installed. And they're still working on the ground floor, as you can see. This is the Hyatt Hotel. As you can see, the windows have been installed, but they're still working on the ground floor. Right, that's the ground floor of the building. That has not yet been completed. So the building is roughly in the same state that it was a month ago. They might be working, I guess, on other internal structures, but eventually, once they've completed the outside, we will begin to see progress. But this is what is happening here at Providence, right? Providence on the east bank of Demerara. That is looking yes guys, so this is the vantage point from which we can see the bridge. That is the towers that are supporting the high span section of the bridge, and that building, of course, is the old abandoned hotel, and behind the hotel you can see the bridge ramp. So where we are is just outside of this Hyatt Hotel. The Hyatt Hotel, like I said, is still under construction. This is what it looks like on the billboard outside of the construction site. And like I said, it's located here on Red Road, and Red Road continues for several miles, but in 2 miles from this point you get to Heroes Highway, and the bridge ramp, the access road to the bridge, also reaches Heroes Highway in 2 miles. So this is what the Hyatt Hotel looks like on the first day of April 2025. Still a lot of work to be done on the exterior, but I'm assuming that since we've been here the last time, work is going on the interior of the building, and eventually, once they complete the exterior, we'll be able to see progress on the exterior. But this is what the neighborhood is becoming. If you were to step back and assess how far this neighborhood has come in the last year, there is significant progress. The Red Road, this road, has been completed. All of the street lights have been added. Right, they've completed this road. It's now about 7:30 in the morning, and it's becoming busy as the rush hour traffic picks up. They've now added the bridge. Right, you can see in the distance the bridge, and let me see if I can zoom in a little closer. There are workers actually, I don't know if you can see that in this view, but there are workers on the bridge, supporting the bridge ramp. This neighborhood that once only had a few of these telemarketing companies, this one is Qualphone, and the Amazonia Mall, which is straight ahead, now also will have the Hyatt Hotel, which is this building. Of course, the Textila American University and a number of warehouse companies. So this is going to become quite a commercial center in a few years, just based on the amount of development that has happened in the last year. And of course, we can't forget the National Stadium, the National Cricket Stadium, that's located less than a mile from here, in fact about half a mile in that direction, behind the Amazonia Mall. So there's significant changes here at Providence. And this is not even the residential part of it. So there are a number of new residential neighborhoods. We've passed some of them. I'm not going to visit today, but we've passed some of these new residential neighborhoods that are being built here in Providence. We've looked at the, what was it, Richmondville compound that was being built by a Guyanese American named, what is it, Basdeo, who's involved in some kind of criminal activity in New York. And that is happening on this road further east of where we are located. We've seen that in previous videos. If you want to see Richmondville housing development, you can go back to a previous video. Hopefully somebody is going to rescue this abandoned hotel. I understand it's being sold. This is, of course, the Princess Hotel and Casino, now also co-branded with Ramada. So the Ramada Hotel and Princess Casino. And then the bridge. So this is going to become quite an important business center, economic center, with a number of hotels and a stadium and a mall. And that is beginning to emerge over the last year because of the amount of money that is being spent on this road and the bridge which exits or crosses the river at this point. But this is what is happening here at Providence. And I can't wait to see what it looks like once the bridge has been completed, which of course we're going to bring you every development on at least a monthly basis going forward, so that you can see how the bridge is completed, how the traffic patterns change, and how it affects this local neighborhood in Providence. That's the mall, the entrance to the Amazonia Mall. I think they're also doing some renovation work. I haven't really been back to see what progress they've made on the renovation work. Let's just take a quick look at it because we're just in the neighborhood. In passing, it might be a good idea to see how far they've come. So the last time we were here, I think it's about 3 or 4 months ago, they were doing some expansion building some new retail space on the ground floor, and I just wanted to see if they've completed that renovation and expansion work. Just because we're in the neighborhood, this is the new Starbucks. Right, the new Starbucks outlet that was opened here. I think we did a tour of that Starbucks the last time. We did a tour of Starbucks, but since then they've opened all the locations in Guyana. This was the first location of Starbucks, but now there are several more, notably one at Turkine, I believe. All right, so the last time we were here, they were building out this new retail space on the ground floor opposite the dining area. So there's a long line of dining establishments, and they were building out this retail space. It seems as if they're still working on it. So the mall is undergoing some modest expansion here. We're gonna come back and take a look at it once it's completed. But it seems as if they're adding more retail space on the ground floor. That's the Amazonia Mall, that's Payless brand, and Home Store. These are their anchor stores. And I think there is the Caribbean Cinemas, which is another anchor tenant. And Massey, of course, Massey stores, they occupy the entrance. They've also, I think in the last year, added parking spaces. So they've added another what, 50 or so parking spaces since the last time we were here. I don't know if they own any more of the land beyond this parking lot, but I understand they are planning expansion. Amazonia Mall is planning further expansion. That's what it looks like. Looking back at the mall, and of course, straight ahead, that's the Princess Hotel and Casino. And here's another vantage point from which we can see the bridge. This bridge is going to dominate the neighborhood. It's, of course, one of the largest structures in Guyana, and certainly the largest one in this neck of the woods. We can't wait to see what it looks like. I understand it's going to be completed in 2026. But I also understand the president has added 100 or 200 new workers to the project to accelerate its completion. And we're looking forward to see what it looks like when it is completed. That's the bridge, and how it changes traffic in this neck of the woods. But that's what's happening here, guys. If you want to see more content, just like and subscribe. In the comments below, tell me what you think about the progress in Providence. All right, that is the pile of material for road construction. This is the staging area, I guess, from which all of the trucks depart. Yes, guys, tell me when you think the bridge is going to be completed based on the rate of progress being made now. All right, tell me what you think. They will complete it before 2026 or in 2026, as I think it will be. And tell me what you think about Providence. Some people have asked me to do a tour of the housing developments. There are a number of housing divisions being built, and I haven't really gone to look at those because there are privacy concerns when you're going to look at private housing. And so I normally have to make plans. Morning. Thanks. I'm going to have to make plans before you go into private communities because, of course, there are privacy concerns. But we will get to explore some of those neighborhoods eventually. That is the new housing developments in Providence and beyond. And then you'll be able to give me your assessment of what you think. Because a lot of people have left these shores, decades ago, 20, 30, 40 years ago, and are in a position to compare what the neighborhoods look like now compared to what they were 50 years ago when they departed. But that's it, guys. This is what's happening in this neck of the woods. If you want to see more content like this, click like and subscribe. Share this video with friends and family around the world. Let people know what's happening in the fastest growing economy in the world, Guyana. Later!